Hey Cancer, welcome to your emotional baggage reading where we'll take a peek at what you may have been carrying around with you and how you can start to release it to live your best life. So let's jump right in and start by pulling a couple of oracle cards just to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you guys. And the first card that we have out for you is Deep Knowing. And let's pull another, see what else is happening with my Cancer collective. What other energies are surrounding this reading for you guys? And the next card out we have is Full Moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. So what's coming through immediately for my Cancer collective is that there is a strong sense of intuition. There is a strong sense of sort of clairvoyance that you're tapping into, where there may be a little bit of self-doubt with what you're feeling and what you're sensing right now. It's almost as if you're sort of going against what your higher self is telling you or where it is that you're being led to. And I think that you have a lot of questions that are surrounding that, but deep down, you know that this path is right for you. It's almost as if you have all of the answers that you need inside right now, but you're waiting for some sort of independent confirmation, right? It's almost as if, let's say you were the spiritual equivalent of you going shopping with someone and you try something on and you're looking at it like, okay, yeah, feeling good, looking good, smelling good. I think this is it. But then you ask the person that you went with, what do you think about this? Do you like this? And the person is like, yeah, that is amazing. That is absolutely perfect for you. That's dope, whatever. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then you buy it. But it's like, you already knew that you look good. You already knew that you wanted it. So why did you bother asking that other person for their validation? And so that's what this feels like to me, is that there's something in you that's telling you that something is right, that something is wrong, but you're still waiting for something else to confirm that for you, because there's, I think, a certain level of distrust that you have in yourself, in your own intuition, in your own ability to know things sort of intuitively right now. So we'll see what that is and where that came from as we get into some tarot. So let's start with this emotional baggage that you've been carrying around. What is a little piece of this that has been sticking with you? And we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, the Eight of Wands, when it's upright, is a card of rapid movement. It could be with messages. It could be relevant to traveling somewhere. But, it can also be relevant to relationships. Sometimes the Eight of Wands are called Cupid's arrows. But what it feels like is that there is a stagnancy. There is a lack of movement that's happening right now. It's almost like I don't want to move forward just yet. And I don't know if you know why. Now, this could be communication or whatever, but there's a sense of stagnancy. And we have that clarified by the Six of Swords in reverse. So again, another card of movement. The Six of Swords represents someone who is moving from very choppy waters to something that's a little bit more calm. And I think for a lot of you, this represents a literal movement in your life, moving away from something towards something else. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point during your reading the Eight of Cups came out. But what this feels like is that for a lot of you, you're on the fence about whether or not you should physically change your location. And it's almost as if, there's some, that it would be better opportunities for you in this new place where it's kind of like, okay, I'm limited in what I can do here from a career perspective, from, for those of you who like luxury, from a luxury perspective, from a friendship or relationship perspective, there's sort of a cap. And it's almost as if there's a sense that if I go here, if I move to this place or move to this new situation, that it's going to open up a lot more things in my life that I'm looking for. So I think for a lot of you, this is actually physically moving from one place to another. Now, this could be residential, or this could be in terms of your career. If it's career, maybe there's a relocation involved. But I think that this is about physical movement for you all. So how this is showing up in your everyday life, how is this manifesting itself? How is it weighing you down? We have the Six of Pentacles, and we also have Justice. I think that given where you are, it's almost like you're doing the best you can with what you have, right? And I feel like you are also trying to do your best to juggle other people's expectations of you. So this might, for some of you, be a situation where you have family in one place, sort of concentrated in one area, and they're kind of looking at you like, well, why would you leave us? And it's like, I'm not leaving you. I'm, going to find a place for myself. And so they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're abandoning the family and this and that and the other. And you're just like, no, that's not the case. And so it feels like you kind of back down a little bit. And it's like, there's not that support that you're looking for in order to expand your own existence, that people are really taking it sort of personal that you're even thinking about leaving them. And so I feel like it's hard for you to sort of find that middle ground between helping them understand that this is something that you need to do for your own growth without hurting their feelings or making them feel like you're turning your back on them. So why you began carrying this baggage around with you in the first place, we have the Seven of Wands to start. So the Seven of Wands is very much a card of defense, right? And it's like you've had to, I think when you first sort of started thinking about this, even before no plans have been made, just really, hey, what do you think about such and such? And it's like, why would you want to do that? And it's like you're defending yourself, you're kind of pushing back, but it feels like there's a huge weight from your family in terms of expectations of you. Okay, so we have that clarified by the Ten of Wands. Burden, carrying things on your back. So it feels as though I think there's maybe an over-reliance on you by people around you, especially members of your family. And so over time, this weight just kept stacking up, and anything that you wanted to do for yourself really became a matter of you defending why it shouldn't be offensive to the people around you. It's like you couldn't just go out here and live. You had to sort of justify every little step that you took. And over time, it just built up, and it really stifled your ability to grow as an individual. And so now it feels like you're being pulled in this direction. And it's like, here we go with the fight again. Here we go with the fight. So how you can start letting go of this baggage, we have the Two of Wands. And I love this for you because it really is an inflection point. The Two of Wands is someone who has a choice that they need to make. Whether or not they stay where one of their wands is already firmly planted, it's bolted into place, it's not going anywhere. Or if they take the wand that they're holding in their hand along with the world, and do they go out and explore? So beginning to release this baggage is going to start with you making a decision on what you want to do. Do you stay where you are? Or do you take the opportunity? Do you sort of follow that call of the wild that you've been experiencing and go out on your own? We have that clarified by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Are you okay with not having that sort of stability or that sort of familiarity that you're used to? Now, granted, what you're familiar with and what you're used to is not necessarily the best in terms of helping you grow and evolve as a person. But, I think understanding that there is not going to be this new beginning where you are is going to be important for you to understand. You're not going to get this Ace of Pentacles. You're not going to get this worldly experience staying where you are. So knowing that fact, it's going to be up to you to sort of make that decision to let go of other people's expectations. So what will you get if you decide to make this move? The Tower. And I love this. I'm fairly certain that Pisces also got the Tower in this position in their reading. But the Tower is about a life-changing moment. It is a profound change. It is the crumbling of one foundation that clears the space for something entirely new to be built. So, baby, if you are looking for adventure, this is going to be it for you. Your life is going to change in a good way, and you are no longer going to be restricted. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is not you holding everything in, holding yourself back. This is like, I did want to say 50 Shades Freed, but I don't think it's going to be that type of, shenanigan in your life. I just think that it's going to be something that allows you to be so open to all of these beautiful experiences in the world that you would not have had if you stayed back here. So that's what you're going to gain. You're going to gain a whole new life from this. So what are you learning about this experience? We have the Three of Wands. And so I think that there is something that maybe you've been holding on to in terms of waiting for change, because the Three of Wands is really about waiting for your ships to come in, right? You see things off in the distance, and there's this little bit of hope inside of you that, the ship's going to come over here to shore and then I can hop on. And it's like, sometimes you need to go ahead and swim out there. And I think that you know that because we had that clarified by the High Priestess. This is the card of knowing. This is the card of intuition. And so I feel like this is you trusting your intuition more. Remember, we have deep knowing as the overall energy that's surrounding you. That innate understanding and knowing of what it is that you want and what it is that you need and what it is that's best for you. You got to start listening to that. And I think that you know that you're not going to be able to have the life that you want unless you leave, unless you start making moves and decisions for yourself, free of anybody else's expectations. So let's pull another oracle card and see what other messages Spirit has for my Cancer collective. And we have Love Yourself. So this is a nice little way to sort of wrap things up, because having that level of love for yourself doesn't mean that you don't care about other people. It doesn't mean that you don't love other people as well. But it means that you have so much love and respect and appreciation for yourself that you are not going to deny yourself the opportunity to grow. And that you have so much love for yourself that you trust yourself implicitly. And in doing so, you're going to start following your intuition. You're going to start following that path that leads you to this new life experience. And even if you doubt yourself now, even if you allow other people's expectations to sort of hold you back, understand that there is something coming. There is a signal that is going to tell you that it's time to move. It's going to confirm everything that you already knew deep down. So get ready, because I feel like Cancer, you about to be in a hell of an adventure. So that's what I got for you guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.